For months now, the whole world has been watching Ukraine fighting the Russian invasion, alone, against a numerous enemy. Here's how it started. What if changed? The United States finally has approved the Lend-Lease program for Ukraine. How is it going to help Ukraine to win this war? What was the role of Lend-Lease for the USSR during World War II? What exactly Russian government threatens for such assistance to Ukraine? The United States decided to help Ukraine in a war against Russia, and not just to provide several thousand pieces of equipment, but to provide all possible assistance. This bill wasn't a full-fledged law until today. US decided to help because they've seen that Ukrainian forces have demonstrated unbelievable strength and bravery. So, they want to serve as the arsenal of democracy and help to defend Ukrainian sovereignty. Here's how the American side comments on the bill.
Message to Putin that Ukraine will have the resources to fight Russia's invasion for as long as it takes. During World War II, the Lend-Lease program helped the U.S. provide $50 billion in aid to more than 30 nations around the globe, providing supplies ranging from tanks, aircraft, ships, and weapons to clothing, chemicals, and food. This program became known as the arsenal of democracy, and it is just as essential today as it was then.
The bill was first introduced in January by Senator John Cornyn and Ben Cardin. This initiative was supported by 417 congressmen, only 10 were against. The text of the document refers to grant the US President expanded powers. These powers lies in transferring or leasing defense assets to Ukraine to protect the civilian population from the Russian military invasion and other purposes. In other words, the bill also slashes bureaucratic red tape to make sure the equipment is delivered quickly, but in case when it's in the interests of US national security. The document also states that such assistance can be provided to other countries that have suffered from the Russian invasion too. In addition, the bill allows countries that take advantage of such support to pay the cost later. It's unknown how much the US is going to donate according to Lend-Lease Act. Previously, Joe Biden submitted a new request to the US Congress for approval of another aid package for Ukraine. This package provides $33 billion to support against Russian aggression. The funding request includes military, economic, and humanitarian support. In terms of weapons, Joe Biden said funding could go to even more of the artillery, armored vehicles, anti-tank systems, and anti-aircraft weapons. Also, the United States will continue to supply tanks, ammunition, and drones. It's unclear yet whether Kyiv has received such high-tech weapons system as the Abrams battle tank or the Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. In any case, the amount of military support from the United States will increase significantly. Under the Lend-Lease program, Ukraine can also receive the following types of weapons: self-propelled artillery mounts Paladin, multiple launch rocket systems, universal launchers, mobile anti-aircraft missile system NASAMS-2, stationary anti-aircraft missile system Patriot, which performs the role of air defense, multifunctional light fighters of the fourth generation. To do this, the United States quickly legalized a program to double military production, and the first deliveries began in the fall of that year. An interesting fact that the USSR didn't finally pay for Lend-Lease before its collapse. However, after the end of the war, the USSR claimed that in general, this help wasn't significant and couldn't have a decisive influence on the course of the Great Patriotic War, that this assistance didn't exceed 4% of Soviet production. In fact, the role of the Lend-Lease was much more significant than it seemed to Soviet and Russian government. Let's return to our topic. What was the reaction of Russia to Lend-Lease for Ukraine? Russia has repeatedly criticized the West for helping Ukraine to repel Russian military aggression and promised that Western weapons in Ukraine would be a target for Russian troops. On April 25th, Moscow sent a note to Washington demanding to stop supplying arms to Ukraine. The other day, Russian President Vladimir Putin again threatened the West with consequences in case of intervention in the Russian-Ukrainian war. Putin threatened lightning-fast retaliatory strikes if someone intends to intervene in the ongoing events from the outside and will create threats for Russia. Russian propaganda said that the war would most likely end with a nuclear strike from Russia. This is how the Russian journalist Margarita Simonian told, speaking in the program of her colleague Vladimir Solovyov. At the same time, she stressed that she wasn't against such an outcome, and Solovyov agreed with her, recalling that we will go to heaven and they will simply croak.
На Украине или начинается Третья мировая. Лично я считаю более реалистичным путь Третьей мировой. Ну, потому что, зная нас, зная нашего руководителя Путина Владимира Владимировича, вот самое невероятное, что в конце концов все это закончится ядерным ударом, мне представляется все же более вероятным, чем вот такое развитие событий. К ужасу моему, с одной стороны, с другой стороны, к пониманию, что, ну что, значит так. Знаешь, меня...
Но мы-то в рай.
Да. Меня...
А они просто сдохнут.
But despite all threats, chance the victory of Ukraine is very high. Vladimir Zelensky thanked the United States authorities for approving the Lend-Lease program. He called this support proof that freedom still knows how to defend itself against tyranny. According to the Ukrainian side, Lend-Lease means the United States is confident in the victory of Ukraine. So it will be. If you like the video, support it with a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so you don't miss new and interesting videos. Take care of yourselves. Bye!